The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the USC Trojans, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Back to pass, it's Mayama. Throws to the tight end. Working the middle. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Trojans used to be known for student body right, and they can still do that. But with quarterbacks like this, you want to put it up.
Yeah, I think they hung that up years ago when they started to find, big, strong quarterbacks that can throw the ball all over the yard. So I like the student body right, student body left, but that's a little old school for me in reality.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Catch in the middle, it's Lemon. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Grab near the marker. It's Lemon. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Trojans will have it 1st and 10. On the move, it's Sanders. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Mayama. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to fire to the left. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans! If he doesn't get you with his arm, he'll get you with his legs, or he might get you with both of them.
It stinks, man. Having to defend a guy like this that just, you think you're going to get him in the pocket. You got to play the first play where he might be throwing the ball from the pocket, and then he scrambles, and now you're defending the run and the throw down the field. It's kind of like rush hour back in the day. Which one of y'all kicked me?
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. To the air on first down. Makes the grab. It's locked. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12 and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go out and make a statement today.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a...
There he goes! Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Back to pass. And some room to work. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Creates a little space. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. They've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So second down here as we're back at it after the break.
Football 7. Ready.
Looking to fire. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Caught over the middle. It's locked. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
So nice when you're an offense and you get in these third and shorts and you know the defense has to be aggressive, has to commit guys up front, especially in the red zone area. Nice job by this offense, slipping in the pass, getting rid of the football, setting up the first and goal.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He wants to throw it again. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Sends it back in motion. They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. And the pass is complete, but less than nothing to show for it. They're knocked down behind the line.
Well, the offense on third down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north, but the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up fourth down.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
The kickoff unit is out there, and, boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And that is elite third down defense. First of all, you get him in 3rd and long, and then you look to the go-to guy. Jesse, I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard, 3rd in California, to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is, and this dude's obviously one of the best in the country, but the defense, they were all over it, they were ready for it, and they get the big pick.
That's caught. It's Lemon. Great reaction by this defense. Immediately on the catch, swarming to the ball. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking for a gap. It's Sanders. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved a touchdown.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Second and goal coming up. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, Trojans! And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Having a playmaker like that can get the offense out of just about any situation.
And no doubt, he can roll right, he can roll left, he can do whatever he wants and buy time and throw the football, but you have to defend everything. You have to defend pass, you have to defend run, and you have to defend plays that aren't even called. So good luck stopping this cat.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Quarterback may change this route. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
Got it in the middle. It's Fields. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Buying some time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. With the catch, it's Love. Gets away from one, finds some space. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's caught downfield. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Trojans will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside his own 20. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Dances away. He's out past the 35. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Love. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it looks to me like the offense made some adjustments at halftime. Only 3 points in the first half. But here we go in the first drive of the third quarter. This quarterback looks locked in. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down.
He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies in the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speedster the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 Russian defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
And this is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Quick strike complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the big fella. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
The Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. These guys in a much better position after that penalty on the D. Now it's 2nd and 7. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. I I don't think when the quarterback called out the Mike backer that he knew that the Mike backer was going to come calling on him quite so quickly.
Nah, it was good timing, right? Like, you don't want to show it too soon to the offensive lineman, call it out, and pick you up. You could tell, did a good job buying a little bit of time, and then on the snap, boom, shot out of a cannon, right to the quarterback, gets the sack.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a heat. Slings it downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And, man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Mayava. Got it in the middle. It's Jordan. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Touchdown, USC! And the route is on. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, he's got a chance. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Back in motion. Try to clear the picture. Caught behind the line. It's Price. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points, and quickly. You got to be aggressive. They tried. They failed again. This game is all but over.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. The give from the gun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Unloads it left. And that is incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.